Hey everybody, it's me, Dana. It's Friday, June 12th. Can you believe it? We are halfway through the 6th month of the year. I'm just sitting here this morning and trying to figure out what to do, where to go, what to be next. Are a lot of you feeling that? Who are you? What am I going to do with the rest of my life? Because this is the energy, this is the great, big, huge feeling that I am getting bombarded with. I thought it was all just me. And I spent an afternoon with my daughter yesterday, and we're down by the river, and she's like, I don't know what to do with my life. And I'm like, well, I think that's just another sign that we need to help more of you out there figure out who you are. What are your gifts? What's your purpose? What do you want to do with your life? The sky is the limit. So in other words, there's no limits. And the only thing that keeps all of us stuck are those thoughts that limit our potential. Those limiting beliefs. Those things that we believe about ourselves or about the world or about possibilities. Because they are stifling you. If you believe anything's possible, then that's a very unlimited belief, isn't it? Anything is possible. How many of you out there genuinely in your heart can say that with a passion? Anything is possible. When you can get there, when you can get up into that energy, anything is possible. But you've got to get you, your mind, your body, your spirit up into the energy of receiving, the energy of believing, of knowing and trusting. So from the heart center up, one lady says, in love or above is where you gotta be for the good things to come to me. Okay? So, if you're in doom, gloom, anger, rage, pity parties, stuck, there's no way out, limited thinking, you're down there. You're in survival. It's not possible for me belief systems. And when you start thinking those thoughts that anyone else can do it, anyone but me, I am the one exception to the rule on the planet. It's a pretty big ego you got there, thinking that it's possible and anyone on the planet can do it but you. Yeah, you're the one perfect mistake. Wrong! You're a diamond in the rough, just like the rest, and it's time to do something that scares you, to do something outside your comfort zone, something that you think, oh, it would be just a little silly to even think or talk or say that with my outside voice. Well, I'm daring you to say it with your outside voice. Go outside today. Go outside the box of your normal routine and live a little. Get excited. Do something different. Something you've thought about 100 times, but you thought you'd never do. Something you're not ready for. The card I pulled. I knew this before I pulled it. Cleanse your airspace. Okay? Your airspace in your head, your thoughts, and your space. If it's full of clutter, that's cluttering up your thoughts, all right? So let's declutter in here, let's declutter in here, and let's declutter in here. We got to figure out those stories that we've been telling about ourselves and really, really question them. Write down those negative beliefs that you have about yourself. Your magic wand is your pen. Pick it up. Get your magic wand out and write down the top 3 things, negative limiting beliefs that you have about your personality, your situation. and then really question it. So you got to write it down, because when it's written down, you're going to really, really look at it, okay? And then ask yourself, is this true? It doesn't matter what your answer is, yes or no, but then sit with it, okay? And ask yourself, look at it again. Is this really true? Sit with that. Let whatever comes through, come through. And then ask yourself, who would you be without that thought? If you weren't thinking this thought about your situation, about your potential, about who you are, if you weren't thinking that thought, if we took that, I'm not good enough thought, or I'm not tall enough, I'm not thin enough, I'm not rich enough, I'm not whatever, blah, 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 you fill in all your blanks system. You could took that thought out. Then who would you be? If you didn't have that thought weighing you down. Some of our thoughts are like great big huge anchors on our balloon. And our balloon wants to float and take off and find our happy, rich life. If you're not happy, you're not rich. Okay? So, mentally and physically, clearing out clutter from our space helps us to clear our mind. Meditation helps clear out the mental clutter of thoughts that you keep tripping over. Empty mind space makes it easier for new, gentle thoughts to ease into your existence. Spend some time today clearing your mind, your space, and enjoy the new serenity. Okay, I knew I had to do this myself. I'm going through the same things as a lot of you out there. Where am I to shine the brightest? What are my greatest gifts? And am I ever going to get brave enough to go out there and share more of who I truly believe I am with the world? And how do I do that? We're all on the same journey. There's so many of us that we know deep down in our heart and soul that we came here to do some big things. But ideas and intelligence and talent are like birds. But without action, they are birds without wings. So many of you feel like you're because it's time to fly. But you're not really sure if you're ready to take flight yet. But your soul, everything within you is going, bust out, jump, leap, do something different. Go a different way around the block. Go left instead of right. Don't say all the things that you normally say. Stop responding, and repeating the same old mental, boring, routine conversations. Spice up your conversation. That in itself will shift a lot of you. You'll see. Just be quiet, be still. When you're go for coffee with somebody, and don't respond quickly, and just kind of sit there and think, yeah, usually I'd say this at this time. Don't have to say that. It's not really necessary. You could actually even think a different thought and plug in a new sentence here and see how that shifts the conversation, shifts the energy. I mean, if you want to have the same old bitching and complaining and routine conversations every day for the rest of your life, then fine. Read the newspaper, watch TV, and talk about those problems and worries and woes, and eat, sleep, work, repeat, and die. You'll talk about what's wrong with the planet, what's wrong in the world, and who you hate and who you have a right to hate and be angry against. And then you talk about all the diseases, and then you can talk about your doctor's appointments, and then, and then you can die. Or you can go, holy shit! There's a whole bunch of people out there living a really cool, amazing, wonderful life on this planet. And they do not talk like that. And they do not do those things. They don't sit on the couch and watch TV. They're out there. They're the ones you're watching on TV. So do you want to be on the couch and thinking life just passed me by? Or do you want to be out there living every moment, every day, going, oh my goodness, what can I do today? A lot of you want to be in there. A lot of you have been sitting on the sidelines your whole life, and you secretly, deep down inside, you wanted to be on the dance floor. Well, I'm inviting you to come out to the dance floor. I'm taking a step out there myself. I'm pushing myself out. I'm a little scared. I'm a little nervous. But that doesn't matter. Because if you don't feel nervous and scared and excited, you're not alive. You're not living. You're just going through the motions. And your soul is really resonating with this message. It's going, yes, yes, yes. I want to know how to figure out who I am. What are my gifts? What's my purpose? Well, maybe you want to come and attend one of my soul stags. Because I've come up with some great experiential exercises and ways for more people to get to the root of who they are, to hear what their soul has been dying for them to listen to help them get out of the box. If this sounds like it's something you need, then you message me and sign up. We'll be doing it online, so if you can't come in person, what card did we get? Forest. Breathe. So funny, when I was with my daughter yesterday, she said, I need to figure out who I am. And I told her, he says, well, one great way of meditating is when you're walking. Like, you got to walk the dog every day. So while you're walking the dog, focus on your breathing. Breathing in, filling up your belly, and then focus on the air coming out. Imagine you can see the air coming out and where it's going. And then breathing in. And I go, your mind will wander and, well, what's the dog doing? And then the traffic. And then bring it back. Bring it back to your breath. It's going to take some practice. Focus on the air filling you up. Focus on the air coming out. And if you can keep practicing at that, you can get into some really deep meditation while you're walking or doing random things at work, when you're stocking the shelves or rearranging the rack. You can be doing the meditation. And when we're in that meditative state, when we're in the zero zone, when all of the thoughts, the monkey clutter, can actually be put on hold for a while. And we're in that quiet space. It's like floating in this pond, it's like a daydream. When somebody comes up to you and you go, whoa, where were you? You go, I don't know, but I was gone for a minute. That's the space when you are peaceful and quiet and the mind has turned off with all of its nonsense and noise and clutter. You get all the other noises tuned out. And when you're floating in that space, that's when the answers just come flowing in. You have those little epiphanies. Those like, oh, why didn't I think of that sooner? Oh, that's perfect. That works. It just floats right into your little noggin. When you get out of the way with all of those limiting beliefs and thoughts and noise going on constantly. So for those of you who are afraid of the quiet and the still, you need to know what you're fearing is actually your answer. I'm going to spend some time and sit and listen to the rain and see what magical answers come floating to me today. Smiles to all of you out there. Right. I was going to tell you about forest breath. Okay, well, we need some time in a sacred space, a quiet space. and to focus on our breath, right? This is the message. We need to cleanse our airspace, and we need to find a quiet space and breathe. Take some pressure off. When the pressure is off, that's when the answers can float in. Worry, woe, anger, stress, all that. It's kind of like, don't give me any answers. Keep those answers out of my space. I'm not ready for them. I'm so busy suffering. I can't do both. I can't have answers coming to me while I'm busy having a pity party. So stop, as they say, being your own worst enemy. And start being your bestest friend. Give yourself a break. Help yourself relax so that your magical answers can come floating in. So start writing out those stories and beliefs so you can take a good look at them. I learned a lot of that from the work of Byron Katie. If you want to look up some of her work on the internet, she's amazing. I was actually being told by other people that I sounded like Byron Katie, and so that's why I ended up looking up Byron Katie. It's like, oh, I sound like her? My ideas are like somebody else? Okay, yeah, I'm interested in what they're saying too. She's a few steps ahead of me. She's got her books out there. I haven't written or finished mine yet. So, what's on your wish list for your life? It's time to focus on it. So I'll ask all of you out there. This is the message for you for the middle of June 2015. That's me, Dana.